Put people in timeout for different lengths.
Why are we in timeout?
No, that's not this. They said we
Okay.
could put people in timeout.
Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Ready? Somebody check it out.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Whoa. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash.
and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and salutations to all the Akim that's pushing the truth, uncut and raw, waking leg come to third, come Yahshua Ball. We out here another weekend to prophesy the downfall of America and to wake up the elect of the house of Israel that consists of you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners whose lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead, buddy.
So, yeah, we out here to prophesy another week, like the brother said. Okay, we're coming out here to let you people know that it's going to be evil and only evil. Somebody grab that. Was that Ezekiel? That's coming. Or you can grab Ezekiel 7. Somebody grab Ezekiel 7. Okay, we out here to let the world know that bad times are coming.
Yes.
The good old days are gone.
Yeah.
The happy days are gone. As a matter of fact, can you grab Ecclesiastes 3 and 1?
Like the brother said, hey, the happy times been gone since 2020, man.
Right.
All right, it have not been the same since 2020. But we, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, it's gonna get worse.
Right. Because there's still mirth in the streets.
Of course.
You know, which that was a trick bag from the Most High, because things going back to normal, you think it's gonna stay normal. You think, okay, COVID, that wasn't a real sign of the end. That wasn't something real serious. That was just something that happened. And it was like any other. It was like swine flu or bird flu, and we got over it. Which it may seem that way, but that whole fiasco was set up to push certain laws and mandates, and to get you people to, receive the juice. But we're coming into what happened in 2020 times 1,000. And we could get Ecclesiastes 3.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
So it's a time for everything. So nobody can deny the fact that there is a time, which Baba Kushab, you grab Daniel 21, Baba Kushab. There is a time of great evil, which the word evil just means bad times. There's a time for fun, and there's a time for evil, for judgment.
Even when Yahweh Shai, this is the beginning of sorrow.
Right. We quoted Ezra's with that. Let's read a little bit and then
Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die.
a time to be born and a time to die. All of us have a so-called birthday, right? And if you're not of the elect, you have a death day. Okay? If Lord willing we are of the elect, we're going to endure to the end and we won't see death. Right? Keep going.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Keep going.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to kill and a time to heal. So there is a time for people to get killed. And we're in that time right now, and it's going to increase. That's why you see 5,000 people drop dead in Morocco earthquake. Hundreds of people in Maui, okay? Hundreds of people in
Libya.
flooding in Libya. Also, I believe Turkey had an earthquake. So, and not even just natural disasters. Look at all these cases of random acts of violence. People just getting put to death left and right by the sword. Women putting their children to death. Children putting their parents to death. Men putting women to death. Women putting men to death. Okay? That's how you know that's the time we're in. Okay? So, you got that 9:12?
Yeah, Daniel chapter 12, before I read the verse, the subtitle says the time of the end. All right, this verse.
Time of the end.
This is the time of the end.
Just like you watch a movie, right? It starts, there's a time for it to start, and it's a time for it to go off. Well, this is the Lord's movie.
All right. Verse 1 of Daniel chapter 12, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
A time of trouble since there never was. As there never was since there was a nation. So since the first civilization on earth, Okay, there's never been a time period like the one we're getting ready to experience.
That's right.
Keep going.
Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. At that time, that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
And at that time, that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. In order to be written in the book, first and foremost, you have to be an Israelite.
Yep.
You have to be from the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the only, because it said, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right.
Who are the children of Daniel's people? Israel. Okay? So we're getting ready to see things that happen that this world has never seen, to the point where the Lord is going to raise up his most powerful, angel on the right hand. Okay? Yahweh Shai is going to raise up his chief, minister. As the scriptures say, the angels are ministers to those that are to obtain salvation. The Lord going to raise up the top one to protect the elect.
That's how bad it's gonna be.
That's how bad it's gonna be. That's gonna be what it takes. It's gonna be the highest level of death and destruction. So it's gonna take the highest level of salvation and deliverance.
Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50 says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
So that's the reason right there. We're giving you the reason. We're not telling you these things are happening because we want them to happen. Or like we don't know why. We know why. It's because, read that last part again. Because it says, because they have walked in great pride. That's why the death and destruction is going to come.
It says, 2nd Ezra 8, verse 50 says, the last part, it says, because they have walked in great pride. All right, it's like basically like a cause and effect. All right, you did this. All right,
Judgment.
That's basically judgment. Yeah.
Judgment, man. For every action, there's an opposite, right, equal reaction. All right, you got it.
This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Right, and when you look at the word perilous, it means savage, hard to bear, hard to endure.
Right.
All right, we started back on top.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Perilous times. Okay, death and destruction is coming. Keep going.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Right, and this is giving you more reasons why. So Ezra in 8 and 50, 2nd Ezra told you because they have walked in great pride. And this is going to go into detail about those works that are done through great pride, which we're going to see that these things are taking place all over here in the whole world, but mainly here in America in 2023.
Right. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud.
Right, men shall be lovers of their own selves. Is that not what we see?
Yep.
Which Yahweh Shai said, Matthew 24, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So that goes hand in hand with men being lovers of their own selves.
Right.
You got all these people, they only care about themselves. They're totally selfish. All right? With the advent of social media and the internet, mainly social media, Instagram, Twitter, people don't communicate like that no more. People don't talk because it's all about vanity and trying to stunt on the next person on the internet.
Right.
Real life has been basically made obsolete. It's like people can't have fun in real life unless they record it and put it on Instagram so that strangers can like it. Is that not men being lovers of their own selves? And it says men, but mainly the women. You got this selfie, that. You got all these filters, okay? Likes, this, like that. Look at, bitches getting famous by getting on TikTok, just acting retarded.
They're actually getting paid to look like idiots on social media.
Men being lovers of themselves. Look at all these abortions. Women getting abortions. Why they get abortions? because they love themselves more than they love their child.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah. And the act of having sex is to procreate.
That's the whole point.
Right.
That's the point of sex. But these bitches think it's just for fun.
Right.
Yes, it's, you know, you get something out of it, you feel good, but the real point of it is procreate.
Right.
So you acting like a little fucking kid. You should not be having sex then.
Right.
Like a child is selfish. Children can't understand the concept of, you know, sharing or caring for. You gotta instill that in them.
Right.
It's not naturally in them like that.
Kind.
And that's how these people are.
Without natural affection, truce breakers.
Without natural affection, meaning you're a momo.
Right.
You're not attracted to what you was
supposed to be
natural.
attracted.
You attracted, or you know, you have affections for, or as the scripture say, vile affection. Oh yeah, you got that.
You want to read right now?
Yeah, read it right now.
All right, this is Romans chapter 1. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go straight to the point.
Yeah. Cause that's big right now in 2023.
Well, yeah, everybody's fucking. You know the truth, all them motherfuckers gay, man.
Yeah.
They push that shit.
Even men, say they're dealing with women, they still do sodomy activity.
Yeah.
They have pegging and licking their. It's weirdo shit.
Down low, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, these niggas, you know, bragging, the women bragging about, you know,
Yeah.
eating niggas' ass and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are in 2023.
Romans chapter 1, verse 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into which is against nature.
Right, even the women.
Right.
That's the main people. All these women, they go both
Yeah.
ways, man. They don't see nothing wrong with it.
Nah.
Why? Because society raises people up to do that.
Yeah.
Even the men, like, you know, this whole society from the time you were born and you watching the cartoons and the movies, there's a bunch of gay jokes to get you desensitized.
Right.
You know, especially look at all these influencers nowadays, like Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat. These niggas, they just go on the internet and just do gay shit all day. And then you got little 8-9-year-old boys watching this, thinking it's funny. They go to school playing gay. The next thing you know, you get to high school, them niggas really gay.
Yep.
Really, actually, you know, full-blown sodomites.
Is the teachers okay with it? Pushing the agenda too?
And most I forbid you raised by a single mother, so-called black woman, she gonna encourage you to be a sodomite. Which that goes back to Willie Lynch. All right, a woman raising up her son to be effeminate, okay, so that you are not a threat to the so-called white man, which in this world would increase your worldly status. That's why these sodomites got the best jobs, okay?
The whole community.
Right, they got whole communities. They if something go wrong, they got a bunch of supporters.
Yeah.
Why? And you have a lot of people that's straight, a lot of men that's straight, are growing up straight, and they see this, and they not necessarily want to be a sodomite, but they see the type of treatment and accolades that sodomites can receive, which will turn them to be a sodomite. Like with these, with the whole transition and shit, you got a lot of these little boys. They look at how women are able to capitalize off their sexuality, get OnlyFans, and become fucking rich, so to speak.
Right.
Have men simp after them and shit, and men are fucking down talked in this society. They make it demonized and persecute to be a man. So you got a lot of these boys, they choosing to be a fucking so-called be a woman.
Real men are looked down in this society.
And nobody's speaking out against these things.
If I may say, there was a video that came out of a sodomite that transitioned, a female that transitioned over to be a male, and she was going into how basically the same thing you're going into, like how real men get played down. How she said she wished she never did it. She said when she transitioned to be a man, all the women hated her. They treated her like shit, and she said she realized that her being a woman was more better. She said she has no friends. She has nothing. When she was a woman, she had friends. She had people that she could talk to. She said being a man is hard.
Yeah.
Is that the same one that killed herself?
Yeah.
That's the same one. That's your
fresh and fit.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's what I was gonna go into.
That's proof. That show you that as a woman you have more privileges
Here.
in this. It's showing you we live in Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
As the scriptures say, the mother of harlots.
Yeah. That's scripture coming to pass. It won't shut the pass in that.
Right, right. But if any, like, as real men are down talk in society, but hey, we don't give a damn.
Nope.
Because if you're not in the truth, you're not a real man anyway. This truth is what makes you a real man.
Yep.
And we'll gladly be demonized in
Yep.
society. We'll gladly be looked at as a problem and looked at as toxic.
Yep.
Because we ain't agreeing with none of this shit y'all got.
Yep.
Y'all shit y'all pushing, man. You can call us whatever the hell you want to call us, but we ain't the fuck y'all are.
We don't give a fuck about y'all opinion.
Right.
Because we know that you're gonna be put to death if you don't repent. If you're
Exactly.
Israelite.
Right.
We don't give a fuck about somebody that his mind is not right.
That's right.
You okay with drag reading children books in school?
Whooping the mirror
You
ass.
think I give a fuck what you say about me?
Yeah.
You clearly a bug out.
Yeah, fuck out.
But you can finish that book.
God.
Timothy.
It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded.
Oh, high-minded. These people, especially these women, especially down here in Miami, everybody think they're a celebrity
Somebody,
down
yeah.
here. Everybody think
They're
they somebody, especially
Even a
the
bum.
women,
Even a bum believe he is somebody. Yeah.
you know?
Crackhead, they somebody.
Right. Right. And with the help of social media, everybody thinks that their voice is worth something.
Yeah.
They can just get on the internet, get on live, and just start talking shit. Like what you're saying is so great. Which is bullshit. Most people, they just get on, they have these platforms and they just get on and just speak
Talk shit.
madness, man.
Yep.
Showing you we at the end, the Most High gave everybody a platform
Yeah.
so that you can display your folly, display what's within you. Do you really have wisdom and understanding within you, or are you just talking? And when all hell breaks loose, when the deal goes down, let's see what that shit you was talking about means anything.
Right.
It's,
It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. Meaning, you'll say, I'm spiritual, I believe in the universe, all right? But I'm not religious, though. I don't believe in the Bible, you know? But, yeah, that's how these people are.
Here's a nigga.
Because where do morals and the standard comes from?
Scriptures.
It comes from some sort of religion. Ultimately, it comes from the scriptures, the
I
Bible.
get you something.
But in any society, you have religion that helps keep the society in order and function. Today, which America had at one point, they were so-called Christian. It was a Christian nation, right?
Christian nation was.
But that somewhat held the order and the morality of the nation. You wouldn't openly see like that sodomite. It wasn't until like the free love movement, feminism, and the so-called peace movement and hippie movement.
Yeah.
Prior to that, you didn't really see,
Yeah.
men walking around,
Hold a hand.
sashaying and shit, twisting.
Come on.
You ain't see women walking around with their ass out, titties out like that. You always said harlots.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what they
And
used to do in
they
Babylon
had
too?
cover.
Right.
They used to treat men that were homos and women that were the same. They put you in an institution.
Right.
They wasn't allowing you to walk amongst the public. But now, like your brother said, through all these different movements,
It's celebrated.
they have liberty now.
You will get more fame and status and potentially more income by being a sodomite than by being a heterosexual man.
Yeah. Look in jail. They could get those surgeries for cheap.
See,
Right? Right? And
the taxpayers paying.
they put niggas in the prison so that they can do that shit.
Sodomite, yeah.
They come out. Look at BG coming out.
Yo, I
Flipping
heard
his
about
hair,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flipping his hair. I mean, you can look at
You
his.
just look at his countenance. He's
He's
a sodomite.
ashamed.
What you talking about?
BG, Cash Money.
Cash Money, yeah.
You know? But it says having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. Everybody is spiritual. Everybody knows something about God. Oh, you got these social justice warriors. They'll like to say, oh, you can't eat meat because you're hurting the animals and shit like that. Where do you get that from? That's religious. What you trying to say, whether you know it or not, that's a religion. You trying to push by that veganism, feminism, that's religion. You may not call it that, you'll say science. But that's religious.
Because you're trying to change people's opinion about it.
And you trying to take the moral high ground as if you do these things, you should be punished for doing so. But if I say you should be punished for being a sodomite, nah, that's a problem. Oh, you see, this is why we need to do away with religion. We need to do away with the Bible. You can't. People gonna have religion. Like what's matter of fact, somebody grab 2 Thessalonians 2, and the point where it says for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion. Well, and that actually I think prior where it says it opposes all that is called God or that is worship. It's in the second chapter.
Start verse 9?
Yeah, start at 3. Yeah. Go to why.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that...
Right, so before Yahweh Shai returns, there has to be a falling away, right? Keep going, meaning the elect, those true worshipers of the Messiah, or the Most High through His Son, Yahweh Shai, are going to fall away from the truth. Meaning there's going to be a time of ignorance in the earth. The truth is going to basically go away for a time period.
It's discontinued from my heritage.
Right, discontinued from my heritage. Jeremiah 17:4 had to play out. Deuteronomy 28:68 had to play out. We lost who we are. Okay? And it says, keep reading.
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Man, son. Okay? This is talking about a physical man, and not just one man, a nation of people. The falling away happened over several generations. It didn't just happen overnight. And then we got the truth back overnight.
And it also showed that man was going to be the cause of his falling away.
That's the point. That's the point I'm getting at. That's how that man of sin would be revealed. Because he was the one that manifested what we're reading. He was the one that manifested Jeremiah 17:4. He was the one that actually beat the truth out of us and forced us, like it says in Deuteronomy 28, to worship gods that our fathers never knew.
With his customs.
Right. So keep reading, bro.
Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
So this man exalts himself over all that is called God. Whether it be the God of the Bible, whether it be, which we know the God of the Bible is the only one true God. There's only one God, all right, one power, right? One Most High power that's really in control of everything. But you have other gods, meaning other powers. There are other things in this world that hold sway over different people's minds, okay? Whether it be drugs, whether it be these different philosophies, women, there's actual spirits that link on to these things and practices that will make someone go astray. All right, and that's what people willfully put their energy into. But Esau, the so-called white man, exalts himself over all that is called God. That's why he put his face on the money. You know? You got simple bugged out niggas saying, I worship money. God is my money.
Worship Esau.
That means you worship the so-called white man because it's his face on the money. He's the one that prints the money. He's the one that, you know, fluctuates the value of the currency.
Controls.
Right, through inflation and interest rates. So you say you worship money, really you worship the devil. Right? Or you say you worship the black woman. The so-called white man is the black woman's God.
Yeah.
She bowed down to the white man.
Yep. The heartbeat.
The nigga woman is an offspring of Satan.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the devil's daughter. Okay, so you say you worshiping that, or you worshiping Esau?
Because you know what it is? N-Dub and the so-called white man, their agendas align with each other. The whole point is for them to come up to rise above the so-called black man.
Yeah.
That's Eve's whole objective. She wants more power than the man.
Going back to that.
Keep them down.
Keep them
Going
down.
back to the garden, right?
Right.
Same shit. Eve got bit. She got bit by the serpent juice again.
Yep.
They're envious over the power and authority that we have as men, as so-called black men. So they side with the devil, the so-called white man, okay, to side with him, to gain power over us through child support court, through 911, okay, through the simp army.
Yep.
But let's keep going.
Back in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, shewing himself that he is the Most High.
Did they not create the image of Caesar Borgia and called it Jesus?
Yeah.
Did they not create the image of Serapis Christus?
Right.
Okay?
Always been them since the Greek Empire.
Right, the real pothead, the OG pothead. When, you know, which pothead, he got a flower pot on his head. That's you know, that hippie spirit.
Right.
These American hippies, you know, with the long hair. That's Jesus.
Really, that was another sign of America going down.
When
Around the
that
60s,
hippie
yeah,
boom, yeah, that's
bullshit.
when that happened.
Yeah.
Because that's when the morality of America began to decay.
Jesus Christ, we start.
Even when we came out of slavery, as you know, Judah here in America, when our people, Judah came out of slavery in America, they were doing way better than they're doing today.
Yeah.
Why? It's because they had more morals.
Yeah.
They had a standard. All right, the family had an actual structure.
Yeah.
You couldn't just, oh, you part of this family. You can't just go out and display any sort of behavior because you're a part of a certain family,
And you never, even on back then, your neighbors could beat you as well.
Yeah.
right?
Takes a
Teachers,
village.
Yeah.
you know, and as a nation, we had our own,
Yeah.
had our own schools, had our own hospitals and whatnot.
Everything.
So, you know, but most important was a standard. Now there's no standard. So there is no family structure. So our people are just doing for self, every man for himself, which you cannot build no type of wealth that way. You can't build no type of family structure that way. Okay, and Esau was
He knew
behind
that.
all of that.
He knew that.
The devil, which all goes back to Amalek, the small hats, man. Through this, the whole civil rights movement, the civil rights movement, and the free love movement,
Yep.
feminism,
All
all
through
goes
Amalek.
back to the same think tanks.
Yep.
It all goes back to the same handful of people.
Always.
Okay, the 6-pointed star people. Okay, you know,
Get ready for
If I
slavery.
could add on,
I hate them motherfuckers.
something I be saying all the time, hey, shame died. There's no such thing as shame out here. People don't
Yeah.
have shame.
Yeah, shameless, man.
Shameless people, especially in this generation. You know, I remember back then, if a woman talked to multiple niggas, you know, hey, she's considered a hoe. Now, if she does that,
She's playing the field.
She's playing the field.
it was a time back
Yeah,
when
the
I was in
lawsuit.
middle school and shit. That's when sexting was first becoming a thing. You had bitches send you pictures and whatnot. And you know, Wild Jake, niggas, you know, they'll take the picture and send it to everybody.
Stupid. Now you fuck up your hand.
Now the next day at school, the girl being shamed. Everybody, you know, break her to the point where she'll go, ooh, her mama got to put her in a different school. You know. Nowadays, that don't happen. These women exposing themselves.
Right.
They putting their own news on Instagram.
OnlyFans, yeah.
They
Like
putting their
Twitter.
own news on Twitter, on Tumblr. As soon as they turn 18, boom, I got a OnlyFans.
What's that bitch? That once she
Bad
turned
Baby.
18, you hit a record.
Bad
Yeah.
baby. Right. So they're sexualizing themselves.
Hey, you know, when you really go back and think about it, that this whole process started when Esau had an agenda to take the man out of the household.
Yep.
Because the man was the one who instilled the religion in
Order.
the household, you know what I'm saying to you? And then once, because see, Esau, what he does, he studies Jake. He knows what Jake is into, He knows what Jake.
He know Jake better than Jake know themselves.
They know themselves. He knows how to sell to Jake. He knows what to put out to entice Jake. So he knew that if he was able to get him out the house and now manipulate the weaker vessel, which is the woman, that the whole nation would fuck up. You understand what I'm saying to you? So now,
in an instance, cut the head off.
Yeah, cut the head off. Somebody grab that. You can do a blue letter. What Yahweh Shai said. How can a man enter a house? Let's see first bind the strong man. Somebody get that. But yeah, like what the brother says, it's spot on, man. But yeah, first person grab it, you can just read it.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Mark 3, and I can start at 26. It says, and if Satan rise up against himself, and he be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. No man can enter.
Hold on that. That's good. You brought that up. Satan be divided against Satan. His house cannot stand, right? We are in Satan's kingdom right now. Right? And Esau is divided.
Yeah.
Our people been divided. They under the curses. But Esau is divided.
Yeah. Because Esau still had the structure of the house structure.
Right.
That was Jake that was, decapitated.
Right.
Esau still had the structure.
It's leaking over to Esau.
Yeah, right. The curses.
Right. And like Esau, you got a lot of Edomites that they don't want this alphabet agenda lifestyle. They don't want that woke shit.
Right.
They want to
go back to what it was.
So-called go to church and have their wife and,
Conservative.
Conservatives, right. Right. You got a lot of them. Traditional conservative trad cons.
Right.
You got a lot of them. So Esau is divided against himself. So his house can't stand. Right? So America's going down. Keep reading.
Right. It says in verse 27, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
Right. Who's the strong man of a family?
The father's the so-called man.
Right. The father is the strong man of the family. Any house, there's no father, the house is just open.
No structure, no nothing.
When you was in school, the biggest holes in the school was the women that ain't had no daddy.
Right.
The women with the daddy issues.
One that live at grandma's house.
Right. And the mama ain't even around. You had there was a interview I saw. I forget who did the interview, but it was a convicted, child toucher, right? And he was coming out and saying when he picked his victims, he would pick children that didn't have no father in the house.
Yeah. Because it's easier to sway.
Right. The mom don't really know. You feel me? And the mom, she taking her children to these different programs and places. She ain't got no spiritual bone in her body. And plus she looking for a man herself. So she ain't even really paying attention to the shit like that. They on Instagram and shit. The children walking off behind them. But Esau understand this. But this is ancient. We're reading this out of the Bible. This is in the scriptures. That's a well-known fact. If you want to get somebody's children, get the father out of the house.
Yep.
So you tell me the devil, the ruler of the world, don't know that? You see, our people, they don't have a ruling class mentality. Mm-hmm. They don't think on a high level. Mm-hmm. That's why the scriptures say the children of this world in their generations are wiser than the children of light. Because this kingdom is not really for us. So even us now in the truth that have the highest level of knowledge, we can't really tell you everything that's going on in the world like that. We can't really tell you about how to create this business or do this and that like that, because this not really in our kingdom like that. Of course, you have some brothers that tell you a lot of different things, but this man is in his kingdom. He knows a lot more. This is his world.
He created it.
Yep. Right. So, with these, especially now, imagine that's just a regular Edomite. How much more the elites of our people, man, especially the small hats. That's why they have what they call social engineering. Right. Okay, psychological operations. They understand the value of controlling a nation without even getting physical with them. how to actually engineer their thinking, actually change the mindset of a whole nation of people.
Yep.
Over just a few generations. You can create niggas into who you want them to be. And our people just go right over their head. They don't even realize what's going on. They just go with the shit. Now you got Sexy Red and Lil Nas X, and the young people just eating it up.
At least.
But it should be some more. So actually, you finished on that one?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. This should be more on that. The Thessalonians, we go back to that.
Back in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, I'm going to read verse 4 again. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, shewing himself that he is the Most High.
So what do you call that? You call that the highest level of witchcraft. When you can deceive the world into not believing in God, or if you do believe in God, you believe it's me. So that's the highest level of witchcraft.
Right.
What's that? Job 9:24.
I had that too.
You holding it?
Yeah, I was holding it.
All right, read it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not where, who is he? Yeah.
Not where and who is he? Meaning that's the chief demon.
Yeah.
The highest level of witchcraft is, that's why the scriptures say, that's how we know Esau won't be forgiven. His sins can't be forgiven because he committed blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. He went around the world telling people that if there is a God, it's him. And he did that through the Renaissance period. Christopher Columbus coming out of Spain and going right around the world. They literally pushed Christianity on people. Catholicism is what they say, right? On the whole world, and through the sword, violence forced people to worship him as God, right? He physically did that. But now today he does that, which they're doing away with Christianity.
Yeah. It was just for a point in time.
Right.
It was just to get the mind of these people.
Right, because Christianity was still a thing. Now Christianity is not a thing no more. Now they don't want you worshiping them through the image of Caesar Borgia. They want you worshiping them through the image of Bill Gates, the image of Fauci, the image of Klaus Schwab. Like, they want you to really bow down and worship these people, man. That's why they got what they coming with, the fourth industrial revolution. They want you to worship people like Elon Musk. That's going to put a charagma in your brain and tell you if you take this charagma, you're going to become a superhuman. No, you're going to become a super slave. Okay? Through their science, through their media. That's their religion. This is the new religion they want you to worship.
Worship the,
Worship
the elites.
And then going into that word religion, which means to what? To bind. So really what they're trying to do is they're trying to constrain you. They're trying to bind your mind and have you just be this one type of person.
Right. Which, as a person, you need something to bind you in this world. Because if you don't have something to bind you, you just out of there.
All over the place.
This is what binds us.
Right.
This truth. The word of Yahweh Bashmel Shai, this is our religion. This is what holds us and constrains us. Okay?
In the flesh.
Right. Now Esau, he's gonna give you something, he's gonna constrain you. Ultimately with that biochip. Okay?
Right.
What? No, you go.
I had Psalm 75.
Yeah. Hold on. You have something?
Nah, I did, but it's all too long. I'm going to
No, what I'm saying is just going in on the point with Esau, this is where they're pushing society. They're priming and grooming society for all out, totally worship of the spiritual demon Satan. Okay? And they're gonna actually through AI, artificial intelligence, okay, they're actually causing people to worship Satan through the technology, man. And sometimes, I'll be on TikTok, you scrolling, and out of nowhere it'll pop up a witch, like a warlock, somebody
Online.
doing on live, they'll pop up doing some shit, or a fucking mason to show up doing some Masonic shit.
Or even to Slocket, they say somebody got a sign next to it saying prove to me God is real. Some shit like that. Or try to convince me that God is real.
Right, or they have want to be somebody doing a Ouija board.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, there's be little children on this app.
Exactly.
Okay, they scroll, they just taking out, and it's demons coming through the screen. Your phone, this is a literal witchcraft device. All right, this is called scrying. This is the Black Mirror. Okay, and they're prepping society to be totally satanic, man.
Even with that AI, I remember I was at my job, and there was this one dude I was talking to, and he was like, "Yo, AI is the best thing ever." Like, he was praising AI, basically saying, "Yo, you could tell AI any question, and it'll answer the question." You know, basically making AI seem like AI is the most high. So he'll say AY of XYZ, and the AI will tell you all these things, man. I'm like, damn. Like, he's like, AI, write me a resume about why I need this job. Say that I worked at this job, and that job. And AI wrote a whole resume. Just like that, wrote everything.
Right.
You know, these people, they worship AI.
So, and they look at it as, well, men created this. So if this AI thing is so great, how much more the man that made it? That's why these devils getting all proud, like again, Noah Harari, that's sodomite. Okay, Klaus Schwab's left-hand man.
His flunky.
Right. His protege. He came out and said that we don't need God.
Right.
And this man is supposed to be a child of God.
Small hat.
Right. And he said we don't need God. Because we can purify water from the ocean, so we don't need rain. So if God want to say send a drought, that's all right. We don't need him. Let's show you how small your brain is. Let's show you really think that's the only type of judgment the Most High can bring is rain? Not rain, drought. What if he want to flood your ass up? Just send nothing but rain. Then what? Let's show you these people, they bugged out.
They can't see past their nose, man.
Let's come on, I'll grab this real quick. This is Habakkuk chapter 3. Chapter 1. Oh, no. Not 3, I'm sorry. Go to Habakkuk 1 and start at 12.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 12. Art thou not from everlasting, O Lord, my power, mine holy one? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou hast ordained them for judgment. And, O mighty power, thou hast established them for correction.
Right. Talking about Esau. The Most High set them up to destroy them.
Yep.
He set them in slippery places. He ordained them to do what they're doing now and to go so far, but at that point, no further, and cut them off.
Right.
And judge them. Ultimately, they're there to put hell on us.
Right.
But we shall not die. They're gonna be the ones that's gonna get fucked up.
Right.
Keep reading.
Thou art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity.
Right.
Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he.
So that puts pride in Esau's heart when he does all this evil iniquity, and it seems like the Most High ain't doing nothing to him. Right? It says, thou art of pure eyes to behold iniquity and evil. So does that mean the Most High doesn't see what this devil is doing? Of course not. He sees everything. The angels are watching. He sees it himself. But the thing is, the Most High understands that, well, he set it up that way for, he knows that it's not going to last forever. See, us in the flesh, like the scriptures say, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, 1,000 years as one day. It feels like, well, like it says in the next chapter, though it tarry, wait for it. For it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right.
It may seem like the Most High is not on our side. It may seem like, damn, how long, Lord, these devils doing? Oh, look at what they doing. They you know, they talking about creating GMO foods that produced the V, and then just put it in the store. They're talking about giving V's to the cows, and then letting the putting the meat in the food. Right. Oh, you don't want to take it? Well, we'll put it in the food. You get it.
You're gonna get it eventually.
So
you know?
That Malachi. Israel say that the Lord don't love him.
Right. You guys know?
Yeah. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11.
Man.
Yeah, it's good. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil.
Right, now is that like just a cause and effect thing? Like the Most High ain't set that up? The hearts are fully set in them to do evil. The Most High set it up like that. He set it up so where their minds will be fully set to do evil. Why? Because what the Most High has planned and store for this man to do, he has to have a very hard heart. He has to have a very proud. He has to have a very proud mind to even conceive this idea that he's coming with, to depopulate the earth under 500 million, and to put charagmas in the rest of the people. You trying to block out the sun. You trying to fight the Son of the Most High when he returns. That's next level pride.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Most High had to actually put that in this man's spirit.
The scriptures say deceive and the deceiver is his.
Right.
So he really got Esau on the trick bag.
Right.
Really did it. Show you who the man of sin is.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The man of sin got to be revealed.
Right. That's how we know. That's how we know he's the devil. That's how we know he's Esau. And the more we know he's Esau, that's how we know the more we're Yasharallah. Because we the ones he want the most. We the ones he hate the most. We them niggas he love to hate.
Yep.
Let's finish this.
Going back to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, going to verse 14, and makest men as the fishes of the sea, as the creeping things that have no ruler over them. They take up all of them with the angle, they catch them in their net, and gather them in their drag.
Right, that's talking about Esau, Edom. He just be picking people off, like fish.
Yep.
You know, like a fisherman. He's over the water. Like you fishing, you like a higher level than the fish.
Right.
You coming from a whole nother realm, so to speak, and going into their realm and pulling them out.
Right.
Esau is doing that on a mass level. That's why they have these chemtrails. You got these chemtrails going, and they just spraying all over. That shit fucking up thousands of people at once. We got the heart program. They put shit in the water, shit in the food. It's like he just picking people off.
That's why these people so docile.
Right. So what else?
It says,
so the Most High have to turn his face against this devil to a degree, because if he did, he would have been took him out.
He
would have been took this devil out. Right.
It says, therefore they rejoice and are glad. Therefore they sacrifice unto their net and burn incense unto their drag.
Start again. The point again.
First book of Habakkuk chapter 1, let's start at verse 15. They take up all of them with the angle, they catch them in their net and gather them in their drag. Therefore they rejoice and are glad.
Therefore they rejoice and are glad. So they create these different technologies. They create these different diseases. They release them in the public. They create these different weapons of mass destruction. Agent Orange, napalm. Okay, they go into Africa and jab up all these children and create new diseases and experiment. They go into these different nations and create false charity groups where they really just abducting children.
Right.
Okay, and then they do what?
And it says
They
rejoice.
They rejoice.
Say God is with them.
You know, period.
It says, therefore they sacrifice unto their net and burn incense unto their drag.
So they actually worship the works of their hands, just like an idol maker. He makes an idol and he worship it. He make other people worship it. Esau make people worship his works.
Right.
his creation. Okay, he created this artificial intelligence, system, this beast system, and you got the whole world marveling at it to the point where nations like China and these other nations, they want to implement these systems in their nations so that they can have that godlike power that Esau has. We have these different, they get ready to go to World War III, America, Russia, these different nations. But it's not because, this system y'all coming with is wicked. No, they want control. They want to see who's going to have control over this new system. You see, so this, because of Esau's technology, his weaponry, he really thinks he's God.
And what he'll tell you is, especially during that whole pandemic, he says what? Trust the science.
Right. That's basically saying have faith.
Have faith in what we're doing.
That's religious. Yeah. Whether you want to say it or not, that's religious.
Yes.
You taking an experimental potion because you're afraid of an invisible thing. That's basically like saying that's a snake or something. That's like, this is holy water.
Right.
Take the holy water, the demons won't get you.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right. You know what they call people like that? Charlatans. They come to your city, they sell you snake oil and tell you they can cure all type of diseases.
Right. But meanwhile, this nigga giving you the disease the whole fucking time.
Why that nigga got a disease?
Right.
Can't cure himself, right? But yeah, let's see on that.
Right. Last one, it says, shall they therefore empty their net and not spare continually to slay the nations?
So he created all these weapons and technology. He not gonna use it?
Right.
He created a Quran, but he ain't gonna put it in people?
Like we always say, he created a missile.
Right.
And he used it.
You got niggas talking about they're already tracking you with the phone, man. Why would they put something in you?
Because a phone I could drop.
Leave it at home.
Or I can just get rid of it.
Because he can. Because he's the devil. He's crazy like that. That's what he does.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, you don't really think them people really care about you like that. Like you, Jake, will bring out how these different celebrities and shit sold they sold and pushing agendas. Man, you really think they care about that? You really think they care about us enough to? Yes, nigga.
They put a barcode on food and products that they sell in the store. Why would they put one in you?
Right. Nigga put you on, did he not put you on the auction block?
Yeah,
They sell you?
Slavery?
Jake's simple, man.
That's the point, man. Our people are Sodom's children.
This nigga constantly worried about you. Constantly worrying about you. This nigga said with the jab that we gotta put you guys in first.
Right.
Right. You guys
And
have
said
to be
Negro
first.
said we said
Negroes, Latinos, and
said,
Native
said
Americans.
just like that.
You know?
Where the police be at? Jake Nicholas.
Right.
Always worried about you,
He
man.
obsessed.
What the scriptures say, was that in the book of Psalms, that his eyes are perfectly set on the poor.
Mm-hmm.
They totally live off the lifeblood of Jake.
Yep.
Like the brother said, they know how to sell to Jake. Our people are the biggest consumers.
Right.
And not just of actual products, but the biggest consumers of media.
Yep.
Okay, the biggest consumers of
You can say everything.
basically because they don't produce anything. They don't produce shit like that. They just consume. And Esau, he understands. We have to. Oh, somebody grab that in Judith,
Okay.
where it says, unless you can come and get it, between them and their God. It's one in Judith, right? And there's one in basically the same thing in Daniel. When it was against Daniel, but these devils, they know that as long as as more demonic and wicked they can make our people, the longer they can stay in power.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
But no, go ahead.
That's the game plan. That's really the game plan. I'm just keep fucking these people up so the Most High's face can go further and further away from them.
Like you said,
And that's why-
what is more gonna push you from the connection of the Most High?
Right. The next level, right?
The corrupt.
Because he knows that's the mark of the beast.
Yep.
And that's why the scriptures say, had it not been a remnant, our people we've been like a Sodom and Gomorrah.
Everybody died.
That's why the Most High told, who was that? Elisha? Right, it was Elisha. I have reserved 7, or was that Elijah? reserved 7,000 men that have
I
not
think it was Elijah.
bowed
It was
the knee to the image of Baal.
Baal, yeah.
I think that wasn't. He was hiding prophets. I think it was Elijah. Jezebel was killing
Right,
all the prophets.
right, yeah. And so he thought there was no more prophets
prophets.
left. But that, in the flesh, that's why Yahweh Shai said what? If Elijah, that's why Yahweh Shai said, if the time was not sped or shortened, the days were not shortened, there'd be no flesh to be saved.
Yep.
So yeah, if the Most High didn't have an elect, if there wasn't a certain number of our people that the Most High just have to put in their spirit to not take that charagma, to not worship the image of the beast, then Esau would be able to totally destroy us.
Yep.
That's why the scriptures call him the man of sin.
Yeah.
Man of perdition, destruction.
He can't sin because he's a heathen.
Yeah.
He wasn't given the laws.
But he gonna force you to sin. That's why they was trying to force our people during the times of the Hellenization period to eat swine.
Yep.
To kill them or eat swine.
Swine's flesh.
They can eat as much fucking swine as they want. You know, they still
Those
devil.
people I gotta get them.
Right, I gotta make them eat it.
Can't worship. Can't worship in the temple. Sabbath. You can't keep the Sabbath.
Right, let's go fight them on the Sabbath. Make them fight. Let's see going, you know.
The whole purpose was to what? To separate you from your power.
Yep.
And once that happens, now we can physically attack you.
Yeah.
Jack you up. This is why Esau, when he puts out commercials for food, you'll see bacon, you'll see shrimp, you see all these different abominations. Because scripture says that he's wiser than Daniel.
Yep.
You understand? So he knows, like the brother said, he knows about the charagma, and he knows what it takes to separate you from your power. And once he does that, he's like a predator. He comes in and he goes for the
Like you
kill.
said, he knows who the consumer is.
Right.
Yep. So you're gonna put all those abominations.
Right.
All right, and Jake gonna eat it up.
Yeah, because Jake envy their oppressor.
Yeah,
That's
envy
your
that
problem.
person.
You love Esau too much. The shit that's not good for you, Esau portrays it as a delicacy, and you go and eat it up. And now you got hepatitis B.
Especially the so-called black women.
Yeah.
Well,
Because women don't have no original thought. They
Fucking kids, bro.
they children. So if Esau, that's why you got these women pushing for the alphabet agenda, but then turn around and say there's no more men left. There's no more bitch, do you understand your fucking mentality? What are you doing? You're pushing for men to not deal with you and then turn around and say where the good men at.
and then after that, you go sleep with them. Then that you push for that, now you mad because you got disease.
Right. They got exposed for dealing with another man. Now you on Facebook looking stupid. Now niggas, women ranking your ass for But that just goes to show you they don't have no sense.
Like you said, they don't have an original thought.
They don't.
The study that came out.
They're followers.
Yeah. They say a woman that's with her man, a woman imitates what her man does.
Yeah, she's a follower.
Right.
That's how the Lord set it up. That's why the man is the leader of the household and the woman is to follow. All right, and then the kids follow after.
Right.
It's a structure. The Lord made everything with purpose.
Right.
You know why He made it.
Right.
That's how you know your woman dealing with somebody else when you start acting different.
Yeah.
Right. When she start acting contrary to how you
your
how
spirit.
you put it, right. And this is why she's doing what she's doing, because who was the end does man? Esau even, man.
Women are receivers.
Yep.
Men are givers.
Yes.
It's the same thing you see physically during the act of sex. It's the same thing that goes on spiritually 24/7. They're vessels, and as the scripture said, they're the weaker. We're all vessels, but they're the weaker vessels.
Yep.
So it's easier for Esau to push
influence.
programming into them,
Right.
which that's who he really wants. Because once he get them, he get the children.
Yep.
The man, I could get your ass. I could sprinkle some crack on you and just shoot you. You know?
Call the police.
Right. The woman, if I get her, and then I get the children, the next generation, I don't gotta do nothing.
She's gonna brainwash them.
I got them. She gonna take care of the rest.
Exactly. That shows that Esau did a good job messing up the structure of the family. You know? He did his 1-2 on that.
Yeah.
He did his 1-2 because now you look at society. The man is soft. The woman trying to be aggressive. You know.
He's a devil. He's doing his job. He's a perfect devil.
Yep.
The way the Most High made him, he's good at it.
Yeah. He's good as evil. He's
Yeah.
in order.
It's Jake that's not in order.
What's supposed to come first? The Most High,
Yep.
Yeah, the Most
and
High.
then two, your family.
Yeah.
which, you know, we look at the brotherhood, that's a family. But, you know, the Most High, the Lord, then your family. If Esau can fuck up the family, you got everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why, you know, these niggas be getting out of jail. Like, I remember I seen a video, the man was in jail for a long ass time. He come home, his son says, hi, Dad. And his
Oh,
son,
man, I don't know
his son, a
what to think
Momo. And he looking at his son like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
But he just got out of prison, so he used to seeing that shit. So he kind
already
of
know what's going on.
like,
Out of one jail into another jail.
Because he like, hey, I understand the condition in this battle because this over here, this babe, but you outside.
that shit
dog.
looked kind of sus though. He kind of looked at his son weird.
The son tried to hug him, he was like, ugh. It was disgusting. Oh, hey, Esau, you gotta pay for that.
You know? But that's because who he was left with.
Yep.
His mom.
Keisha.
He was just with Keisha.
Keisha ain't got no fucking order. She don't know what the fuck going on.
No, and that's why you got these young Jakes out here going out here moving off emotion. You know, go do some reckless shit off emotion. You know, instead of fighting, I'm gonna just grab a gun and I'm just gonna shoot everything.
Right.
Because she made me sad. Or
Thinking like a woman.
he made me feel like I was not a man. You know, you wanna go be a crash dummy. Because your mom, you see your mom be emotional and shit. Now you emotional and shit. You can't control your emotions. You wanna go do something rash out of anger. Now you wonder why you got 100 years in jail.
And then you already know what happens after that.
Yeah.
You're gonna become a full-blown sodomite.
Yeah, full blown.
Transformers.
So you get that, Kamar.
Judah chapter 5, verse 15 says, so they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength and all them of Ezebon, as passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country.
All right, this is talking about our people once we came out of Egypt. All right, after we wandered in the desert for 40 years, after we actually crossed over, you know, Jordan and went over into the land of the Canaanites, right? It said that what? Keep reading.
And verse 16, and they cast forth before them the Canaanite, right, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, and the Ishmaelite, all the Girgasites, and they dwelt in that country many days.
Right, we was putting them heathens to death.
Yep.
All right. What's that? Joshua, 33 kings he slew. Coming out, right? The Most High was with us. We were going into certain battles.
Destroying nations.
Nobody, not one of us perished.
Nope.
We kill everybody, not one of us perished.
Nope.
Or we you know, the walls of a whole city going down, we didn't even physically touch it.
No fatalities.
The Most High sending other judgments, animals and stuff to help us.
Yep.
Okay?
Even the angels.
The chariots.
The angels, yep, the chariots.
I forgot the story, but I remember I think the Amorites and the Ammonites try to come to the people of Israel, and the Most High said, stand back and watch. And the chariots were straight destroying shit. I think that's in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, they had one point they had a chariot kind of like blocking them from like getting too close. I think when they came out of Egypt. But yeah, the point is the Most High fought for us, which the scriptures say, you know, he's the one who fights for us.
And, you know, when I hear you say that, you know, scriptures say our weapons of warfare are not carnal, but spiritual. You know,
Right.
We're spiritual people. You know, and that's why, you know, you see the condition that we're in. Hey, you know, a gun not gonna do shit for you, Jake. You know, the bullets ain't gonna do nothing.
It's his blessing.
That's Esau's blessing. You know, we're spiritual people. But Esau fucked us up so much to a point that, you know, we can't even access that spirituality. We can't even tap in with the Most High for real. And Jake don't even want to tap in with the Most High for real. You know, we're spiritual people, man. It just, you know, when you see your people out here trying to pick up a gun and all that shit, trying to solve their problems, when the Lord said cast your burdens upon him, that shit just, you know, it be vexing, dog. It be vexing. We're spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Verse 17 it says, and whilst they said not before their power, they prospered because the Most High the Most High that hated iniquity was with them.
Woo! Read it again.
It's verse 17, and which they said not before their power, they prospered because the Most High that hated iniquity was with them.
So when we were on point, we was kicking ass and taking names. just victory after victory while they sin not. So when we was in the right spirit, actually fearing the Lord and serving him, nobody could stop us. Nobody could touch us.
Right, touch.
Then it goes on to say what?
It says, verse 18, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
No covering.
When Israel was at war, I forgot who they were fighting, and Moses had to hold the staff up.
The Amalekites.
Yeah, the Amalekites. When the staff came down, Israel started losing. The presence of the Lord wasn't there. When the staff was up, Israel was winning.
Right.
You know, we got a power for a reason, man.
But just a physical manifestation that is the Lord.
Yep.
The Lord that fight our battles.
That's right.
And he ain't gonna fight for somebody if you ain't fighting for him.
Yeah, you ain't acknowledging him.
144.
Call out the Lord.
If you ain't fighting for him, he ain't gonna fight for you.
Why
So
would
say, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
Yep.
So if you don't have no faith in the Lord, you're not gonna be defended.
Huh.
If you have no fear of the Lord, you're not gonna be defended.
Why would you defend somebody that don't believe in you?
Don't believe me.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the Lord want to get praise.
Exactly. Look what happened when he delivered
Out of Egypt.
the niggas out of Egypt.
They-
They didn't praise him,
No.
or they praised him for a hot minute,
Then said we gonna
and
go
then
back
praised
to
the idols.
Israel.
Right. Said that these are the idols
These
that
the one that
delivered
saved
us
us.
out of Egypt.
Idiots.
We gotta have that King David mentality. You know, King David never said he was the one that wanted to do it. He said he thanked the Lord. Every time he went to work, Wadi Abashim Shai. So it's the Lord that gave me the power to do this. You know, because the Lord showed favor upon me, I was able to do this.
I can say that's another reason why the Lord go protect his men, man, in the time to come, because not only was they pleasing trying to attain to the ways, to his righteous ways, they also will give praises, and thanks to when, he provide these miracles,
Right.
and protection, man.
The Most High ain't gonna have to. He already know they're gonna praise him.
Exactly. Like we like to say a lot, the Lord not to give just an example, the Lord not give a nigga spiritual power just for him he can kill people and not, give praises to him. All right, the Lord gonna give it to his men, man. All right, because all through the spirit, we gonna be like, hey, Dwight, give me praise and call him within, these times, man.
And we're going to praise even harder because we're going to see it more on a wider scale. Right. You know, more in a time where you need the Lord more than ever.
A time of destitute.
You know, exactly. A time of destitute. You know, the Lord's basically giving us a spiritual programming. You know, he'll do these little miracles for us here and there. You know, hey, Kawadi Abashim Yansai. You know, sometimes you don't even know it. It's to the point. It's muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Every little thing, Kawadi Abashim Yansai.
Yeah. That's the whole point of us going through stuff.
Exactly.
So when we go through it, it should be an automatic reaction. Bible can show you how about you. You know what I'm saying? We go to him as automatically. You know what I'm saying? We don't say down that somebody gonna try me and then they gonna get my pistol.
Nah.
Let me go in my trunk.
Oh,
No.
got it.
Pop the trunk, pop a cap in the food.
Light this whole block up. Nah, we don't. The minute the Lord, the brother said, a nigga gonna eat a missile out here, man. That's what the nigga set up for, man.
Yeah.
But the minute the Lord, we're gonna trust in Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna lean not on our own understanding,
That's right.
but depend on the Heavenly Father through His Son, man. That's what
Right.
we're gonna do.
That's all we have a power for. That's all the Lord wants, ultimately, for us to reverence Him, to call on Him. That's all He wants. It's like He's there with His hands wide open, and we're just looking at Him with our hands folded. You know, He wants to help His people. His people don't want to help themselves.
He said all day long, he stretched out his hands.
He says, yo, return unto me still.
Right.
You ain't gonna,
Let's sit on that.
you ain't gonna heal a nigga that don't think he's sick.
Exactly.
Verse, verse 19 says, but now they are returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, but it was desolate.
See that? So this is heathens talking. This is high level heathens talking, basically scheming how they could get at us.
That's the power of Psalms 83.
Psalm 83. So they like,
From
okay, if we,
generation.
so showing these high level elites, they know who we are. They know how to get power. They know how to obtain power. They're Satan.
Yeah,
That's
Satan.
the same thing that the serpent did in the garden.
Yeah.
You don't think the serpent didn't know, or if I could go get the woman that I could fuck up Adam.
He studied them.
Right. He was already watching
Yeah.
Adam. He was already plotting a way of how to take him down.
Yep. Same thing as in with Daniel.
Right.
Or the plot against Daniel. They were studying Daniel because he had no flaws. They
Right.
said it.
He was a perfect
Perfect
child.
man. Perfect man. But they say if we could make a law that, you know, that go against his power, you'll win.
Right. So that's Jake can't put two and two.
Nah.
That because Jake won't even accept they're an Israelite.
Yeah.
So they can't even begin to understand this.
Because once you're an Israelite, you gotta. It comes with now you know who your enemy is.
Right. Right.
Jake don't know who the enemy is.
They're not in the game.
Nah, they're not in the game.
They're not even in the game.
So you're gonna get beguiled every time by the serpent.
Yep. Right.
Serpent till you take the juice, y'all niggas. I don't care what's in there. I'm sticking my hand up.
Somebody grab that. Sirach 12. I know you was holding something, right? Yeah. Y'all, you was holding something, right? Still right?
I had Ephesians 6.
Yeah, bring that up.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High thy power, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Right. What's the word wiles means tricks.
Yeah.
Like, devices. So what are some of the devices or tricks of the devil?
Oh, man.
The MOTB.
Which the scripture says, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant to his devices.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what his devices are.
Yep.
The scriptures tell us to put on the armor of God to withstand the devices,
Yep.
which is this truth,
Yep.
faith, reading, praying, doing the work. So what are actually some of those, tricks?
Someone could be the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you don't know who really, the intent of a woman, you'll get beguiled by a woman and get fucked up. His
Doctrines.
money, his doctrine, going to school,
Yep.
music, his even plantation Christianity.
Yep.
Everything.
Even veganism.
Everything they push.
Yeah.
Everything they push on you.
Basically, everything that Esau pushes on you as some sort of demonic vibration trying to fuck you up. Clothes.
What it say in Proverbs 4, I believe?
You said what? You wear certain clothes that heal you faster.
Yeah.
They be releasing the fire.
Linen vibrates, has the highest vibration frequency.
That's how they give that to you in the hospital, right?
Right. That's why they give it to you in the house, because it helps the body to heal. Now, when you're wearing mixed fabrics, right, which is what Esau likes to promote in his kingdom, your body even vibrates at a certain frequency. So some of the clothes that you wear, what it does, it cancels out the frequency of your body, and there goes the illness.
I mean, it's drawing energy from you.
Right.
You leaking.
Right.
And I had seen a video, I'm talking about the frequency, I seen a video, and there was a dude, he had 808s playing, and he had water. And what is it, 7% water?
The body.
Body?
They say
Yeah.
that's what they say.
7% water? And the music was playing, and you seen the water in the thing moving like crazy. And he was like, man, if the music's doing this to the water, imagine what it's doing to your body.
Yeah, drill music.
Yep.
So Esau studies all this. What we're talking about. He gets into all of this. He knows he's.
Hey, he understands frequency. He understands.
What it say in Proverbs 4? You don't sleep until he done mischief. So Esau goes into this, man. He can't. He don't feel right, man. He got that itch. Like, he got that itch. He don't feel good until he fucks something up, man.
That's created for him. He was created to be like that. You know, he was created to think and have that mentality, to not sleep until he accomplishes the will of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
You know? And the will of the heaven. For Esau, when you read, I think it's Isaiah 10. Let me grab it real quick. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 10, where he calls Esau the rod of his anger.
Yeah.
It says, let me see here. Right. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger. This is the book of Isaiah 10 and 5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, the staff in their hand is my indignation.
Yep.
When you go into that word indignation, it talks about a righteous anger. It says, I will send him against the hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him charge to take the spoil and to take the prey.
Give him a charge. Commandment. Right. The Most High is commanding Esau to fuck us up.
Yep. That hypocritical nation.
Meaning, so if the Lord wants you to do something, He's gonna give you the tools to do it.
Means to do it. Right.
He's definitely giving this man all the means.
All the means. He goes into different countries, take their resources, says it's his. You know what I'm saying? Jim?
Right.
So he has everything he needs to go ahead and push forward his agenda. So it says, and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Howbeit, he meaneth not so, neither does his heart think so, but it is in his mind to destroy and to cut off nations, not a few. So he's programmed to go on. So he says, can anyone make straight that which is made crooked? Esau was made to be crooked. He was made to go off. Now Jake was made to be righteous, but as we see, that's not the case.
So I said they had sought made man upright, but they sought
They sought out many inventions.
Yep.
Speaking of Israelite.
Right. And let me say this too. You got the whole IQ thing, right?
Yeah.
What you look up, which you know is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But if you look
All
up,
Amalekites got high IQ.
you look up who the highest, the people with the highest IQ is so-called Amalek.
Yeah.
Right.
So-called Jewish people are supposed to have the highest IQs.
And how is that when he's the basis of all men?
Yeah.
But you know what?
You said it, you're ahead of
It
it.
makes sense though, because this is their kingdom. You know why? They're on a higher level. Right. They're on a higher level. Then you got to remember, the Most High had to change Esau from that beast nature.
Yeah.
He had to clean him up a little bit to get him up.
On top.
They didn't just get up to being elites by being stupid.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't conquer the whole world by being dummies.
Right. Hey, that's true. What does the scripture say about? And then you know.
And it started with Jake too.
Yeah.
With the Roman Empire, Jake dealing with them.
Right.
Teaching them up,
Teaching them. Right.
Yeah. I have a
So it makes sense. The teacher got.
Right. That's Jake being friendly.
God.
I had a precept real quick, and it's gonna show why Edom has the knowledge and the knowledge that he does have. This is Ecclesiastes 38:24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure,
Right.
and he that hath little business shall become wise."
That's another great thing.
But Jake is consuming what? Working.
Yeah, you always occupied. You can't
have
think.
no time.
You can't think, bro.
How much?
This motherfucker can think. That's why he got time to say.
Yeah.
He got time to think. He
got
got time to
bread.
make.
So he sit up on his bed and think.
Jay don't got. Listen, soon we fucking wake up, we gotta go to work.
Gotta go to work.
This Edomite, you got time on his hands.
As soon as the Rothschilds made that first lick, once they had that first lick off of with the war, the war in France,
World War I and II. That was behind all of it.
with Napoleon.
With Napoleon. Okay.
I forget how the exact story, but that's with the Mayor Amschel.
Oh yeah, Meyer Amschel.
They show you in the Rothschild movie. You look in the Rothschild. They first got rich, when they was the Bowers, and when they became Rothschilds. The first way they got rich was by spreading propaganda about a certain war. I forget which war, but they were saying that the French was losing, but really they was winning. And then before the news came out, they bought up all the shares of a certain stock. And then once the news came out that they really lost or whatever, I don't forget all the details.
They were like, everybody was
Selling their shit.
Right.
Behind the closed doors.
And they bought it all
Bought it
cheap
off, yeah.
and then sold it after. So showing you this man is a devil. But once they bust that first lick, they said, "Oh, we got time now. We got enough time to just sit back and be more wicked."
How can I get more evil?
Just scratch his chin.
So by them saying, that they have the highest IQ, so to speak, basically they said they're the wisest.
They're the wisest.
In wickedness.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Say they're the
wiser
wiser than Daniel. And Daniel understood science. He understood the space. He understood the elements. Okay. Daniel was a very wise and learned man.
Yeah.
With the food, the science, all that, mathematics.
It shows you he was a wise man before he, got fame with Susanna.
Right, with Susanna, right. Right.
That right there just identifies who the wickedness. Because who's the one trying to mess with the elements? They got weather machines.
Yeah, CERN, particle colliders.
That's a devil, bro.
Come on, man.
The heathens didn't give a, what I'm saying? The heathens just ruled over us, but this nigga got to do extra.
Right.
Because he Remember, Esau, Edom is our brother. So
Right.
he knows that the Lord is with us. You know what I'm saying? These other heathen nations, they can only assume or they can guess, but Esau knows. So this is why he puts so much into fucking us up than any other nation. Why he ain't fucking with the Gooks the way he's fucking with Jake?
There ain't nobody.
Yeah, and he's a lot of the elites of these other nations know, but Esau know that in his mind he's next in line.
Right.
Because he's the brother. He's if I take out Israel,
I get it.
you gotta accept me.
Right.
Because really, I'm the firstborn.
I'm the
Right.
That's
how he
That's what he is. That's what the whole thing is, trying to get the birthright back.
Right, man. Right.
That's his whole mindset. I gotta get it back.
Right.
But it was never yours.
Right. The average, these average Amalekites, bro. Which, if you really want to know the difference, this is the difference between a regular Edomite, because this shows the difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a regular Edomite and an Amalekite.
Right.
Amalek actually tap into their demonic power.
Yeah.
From a youth, they teach their children about rituals.
Yeah.
They teach them about, what they call Kabbalah, which is
That's why they got their own schools.
their own magic. Right. That's why they got their own schools, their own synagogues. Because they be in there learning some deep left-hand shit.
Shit.
And then that's how they have all the power and authority. They actually teach to other people, them your enemy. Don't look at them.
The lawyer.
They got a ruling class. They got a ruling class.
They got a ruling class mentality compared to the
Regular
regular
Edomites,
average so-called white man.
Yeah.
They that's why they hate them. Because
They call them
Goyim.
they call them Goyim too. And that's their own people.
right.
But it makes sense. There's a chief house, and he's the wicked, so he's gonna divide himself from them.
Yep.
Really, well, just think of this man. We really want to keep him in power is if you have all the Edomites behind you.
Yep.
Fucking idiot.
Right.
But
But going back to
prophecy.
I was being divided.
Yeah.
I was divided.
It's really hard, dummy. But you are divided. You think you better than the rest of your Edomite fellows.
And this is what sparks anger amongst the regular Edomites.
Right.
They feel it. Because I remember growing up, a regular Edomite, they couldn't stand a Jew.
No.
They couldn't stand them.
They're like, nigga, you ain't no better than me. Nigga, what are you saying?
What the hell? Yep.
So that's you got it. Y'all brothers got it.
This is Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are numbered, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
All right.
Do you guys know which one is 34 or 1? You know, Miami?
We have no idea.
Now, which we understand through the spirit, which Esau himself know too, that hey, there's a limit, a time period he gonna have to move for, man. Okay, he know he's at the end. That's why he's trying to move with such haste. Cause
Yes, the expiration date.
there's an expiration date. Okay, he did that spirit break called Operation Looking Glass.
Yep.
Or he tried to alter his future, but it gave him the same ending. Man.
Another witchcraft demonic thing that he did.
Hey, but when you really think about it, that power comes from Yahweh Shmi outside anyway on the left-hand side. Like, you're the Lord fucking with him, man.
Yeah.
I think even AI, they try to simulate the world with AI technology. Every way that they got, they lost. And what was that?
I got it from Avengers. They showed you that on the
Doctor Strange. He was a fucking witch.
Strange.
He was a fucking witch. Dang, damn that Amalekite.
That's Strange. That's Amalek.
Yeah.
That's Esau.
He was a doctor.
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Doctor
That's
Strange.
Physician of no volume. He was running a simulation in our and every outcome.
You see him there.
They said it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Esau,
Makes sense. Doctor Strange.
You see him there
The
just
basis of
twitching.
men.
He's just there just twitching, and then he come back talking about something. It's only one.
Right.
Like,
He was lying.
Ain't
and he was lying.
Right.
Cause they lost, bro.
And you can tell his whole, he's in his mind, because what was it, Thanos?
Yeah.
That represented the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Right?
The end.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, you can't. There's no good outcome for you, Esau. Ain't no good gonna come out of you being able to manipulate time and all these different things. Your end is what it is, man.
Right.
You rule for a moment, and the next person.
Was your Howard Shine elect?
That's right.
What was it that Esau sent into the thing, and he got sent. You're found wanted in the balance. What was that?
Yeah. Mene Tekel Mars.
Yeah.
R22.
Yeah, and they ran a program in the CERN particle collider and got that message out of it.
You want it in the balance.
Right. I've been weighed in the balance and found wanting.
Yeah. You're not gonna escape your judgment. You're not gonna prolong your rulership. It's coming to the end.
Right.
The end of your age, the end of your rulership is coming to the end.
Game over, bro.
All right, but you understand it. But it makes sense. The Most High created him when he won't accept that.
Yeah. Right.
All right, because the Heavenly Father wants him to fight against him.
Yep. If he was to accept it, there, okay,
It won't be
over.
move over. He won't fight. He won't push the MOT to the beat.
Right.
He won't come with great wrath.
We just give up.
He just give up.
It just come bowing down
Yeah.
with the chains.
It's like,
What
I
fun
know
would
I
that
ain't
be?
gonna
Yeah,
worry.
what fun would that be?
I ain't gonna worry. I'm about to take me down now. Nah, we want you to fight, buddy.
Damn, E.
It's like you playing a video game, and, you know, you rage quit, bro. You gotta rage quit and just go crazy. If I can't have the kingdom, nobody can.
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, starting at verse 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
All right, understand. Hey, I believe the brother Kaya, he read what? You read that Psalm 75, right?
I didn't even read it yet. I had it.
Okay, fine. Which we understand through the Spirit, everything is ruled by Yahweh Shai. That's
right.
And also too, Esau has, some type of knowledge of the scriptures, man.
What?
Even to, spiritual part, incarnate part, him trying to figure out his damn self, and him trying to,
Who goes there and go look for artifacts dealing with the Bible? Right. It's Esau. You know?
he has knowledge of the scriptures, man. And part of having knowledge of the scriptures, you understand that, okay, damn. All right, my rulership is about to come to an end, but shit, I'm gonna put my best foot forward and still trying to fight.
Most time put the spirit of pride on him.
Yep.
Just like ancient Pharaoh.
Yep.
Lord harden his heart. Every time he was gonna give in, Lord harden his heart. Right. The same thing. Lord harden Esau's heart.
Right. I'd appreciate it.
Cause he see that his shit failing.
Yep.
He see his no war order looking like shit.
Yo, common sense would tell you, like, yo, man, you're not going to win. Just give up. But he still kept going.
Yeah, you got the financial system crashing. All right, you got the world. Okay, global. It's not even global warming no more. It's called global boiling.
Boiling.
Hey, there was a map I was watching this thing on YouTube, and they showed like different parts of the world, not just the U.S., different parts of the world that's on fire. And pretty much the whole earth is on fire right now.
Yep. Wildfires, floodings, earthquakes.
Hey, you got, and if you brothers know, Yellowstone, that volcano in America,
Yep.
Yellowstone National Park, that shit ready to blow. Man.
Yeah.
That shit gonna blow real soon. That shit will take what? If I'm not mistaken, half of America, man.
Yeah.
That shit goes off. That's a wrap.
And then you got underwater volcanoes too, man.
Which are ready to bust too.
Yeah. Because the volcanoes, remember, when Yahweh Shai cracked the cloud, he's coming with a vibration.
Exactly.
Earth gonna be shaking, so it's gonna erupt volcanoes that were called sleep volcanoes.
Dormant, yeah.
Earthquakes.
All type of things. All type of strange wonders gonna happen when Yahweh Shai cracked the cloud.
It's the book. Refresh. The book of Daniel, chapter 4 and 17. This matters by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Damn. All right, knowing that, hey, going back to what we said, and Lord is the one that's authorized all these things that's playing out.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why Esau, the so-called white man, is in rulership is because the Lord set him up, man. Okay, like a puppet show.
There you
Lord
go.
playing them by the strings,
It
man.
makes sense, the bases of men to come in around the base area of the statue.
Right.
You know? At the legs, the
Yeah,
feet,
the foot. That's
the
why
foot.
that's why he at the bottom.
Yeah.
That is spiritual, all the way at the bottom.
Be the last.
Yup.
Last, what is the second evidence? Is this the last one that remaineth to rule?
Be the last one, and on top of that, it's part iron, part clay. So it's not strong.
Not strong.
And it's weak. Because the top was gold,
Gold, silver,
and silver, the
bronze,
bronze, and iron.
over time.
and then now iron clay.
Meaning you get physically stronger, but it's losing its glory.
Yeah, Lord is glory.
It's not cool.
You got it?
Yeah. This is
Psalm 75 verse 4.
I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly,
Yep.
and to the wicked, lift up not that horn. And that horn goes into power. Verse 5, lift up not your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. And you know, right now, Esau think he's in power, you know, but it's the Heavenly Father that put him there.
Yep.
Verse 6, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But is the Most High that power that judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
Yep.
So right now, you know, the Heavenly Father is the one that put Esau in power right now. So when he come back, he gonna take Esau down. He gonna put us up, man. Verse 8.
Yeah, and in spirit too, because you know, we read what Sirach chapter 10, the one that's profitable is talking about your house.
Yeah, profitable.
All right, y'all gonna have to crack the clouds and take this nigga down. Right?
Yep.
So you understand, he's not gonna give up, you know, the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all side is gonna have to take it, you know, with brutal force.
Yep.
With the chariots, you know.
Through your Howard Shire,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna be a peaceful earth or a peaceful world.
That's that new order coming in, man.
Yep.
Okay, right now this wicked rulership and wicked order, man. Okay.
And you know, it's spiritual too, because we understand Yahushua was Isaac.
Yep.
You know, and he gave the blessing to Jacob and Esau. Now he's coming back to, you know, reprimand his child basically, bro. If you really think about it.
Hey, think about, go a little further. Remember what Esau's blessing was.
Yep.
Esau's blessing was that he would have the fatness of the earth, but he would get it through what? The sword. So a regular, not any old nation can come up against Esau and take him out. It has to be Yahweh Bashmi that comes to take Esau and eat him down.
Exactly. The
can't.
person that gave the power.
And he's come with all his glory, all the host of heaven. And he don't have to, but he's going to do it just to show his glory, man. Flex.
Because it's still that It's still that curse of you know, Cain.
Yep.
You can't put Cain to death. Regular man can't, you know, you're gonna get sevenfold. So
The whole purpose was that so the Lord would be the one to
Huh.
That's right.
to preserve him.
Huh.
That's so spiritual, man.
That's why the scripture said that no man shall buy you. No man shall redeem you from your captivity, from the state of that low state that we're in. Only Yahweh Bashmi can do it, man.
The Lord had it like that where only the outside could do it. That's why Jake be trying to save their own ass and they can't. Right? Trying to go, you know, trying to orchestrate certain things. Oh, let's do this, let's do that together. Nah, but
Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey.
exactly, man. But our true Savior is going to have to be outside.
That's why y'all should say it's only one way
Exactly.
to the Father. There's only one way.
I am the way.
I am the way.
So no other way. And that's when it's gonna physically manifest that it's only one way. All this other bullshit and propaganda, all this bullshit, this religion, that religion, are you gonna see that it's only one way to how about Shemal Shah?
But I believe what is it? Is it First John? If I'm not mistaken, First John is talking about Yahushua being an advocate.
Yeah.
All right, Yahushua is the only advocate towards Yahushua Shai. It wasn't many advocates towards Yahushua Shai. And in the word you have in Creole, all right. That's crazy. Everybody here is Levi. It's called avocado.
Yep.
Avocado goes to the Lord, man.
Avocado for Spanish.
Avocado.
Hey, that's a cut to anybody too that said the Heavenly Father just came to them and spoke to them straight up and told them what they gotta do.
Who's you?
Exactly.
Who is you? It goes back to that Ethiopian eunuch. Well, he was reading the scroll, and the Lord told Philip to go up to that chariot because this person is trying to get understanding of the scriptures. And Philip asked him, "Do you know what you're reading?" The eunuch said, "What? How can I, except some man show me?" It
Right
shows
back.
you that you need somebody to guide you through these scriptures. man.
Exactly.
One who is learned,
One who's learned.
Yeah, it says that. This is back at Psalm 75, and I'm gonna get back at 7. But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. For in the hand of the Most High that power, there's a cup, and the wine is red, is full of mixture, and poured out the same, and poured out the same. But the judge thereof of the wicked of all the earth shall wring them out and drink them. And what is that cup? That's the cup of slavery, man. You know. So and Esau gonna drink of that cup, man.
Not only that, the Lord gonna put righteous rulership, but He also gonna put these heathens, starting with Esau, our number one enemy, are into slavery. Right? That's part of showing folks who rules and who puts down who set certain things up, man. Okay, He gonna put them in the hands of Israel, man. That's why when your house shine, we let on down. Man. That's right. Okay, because where we at right now? We in our captivity, man. Right. Are we in we captive under rulership of Esau, man?
You gotta go to him for all things.
Exactly. What's that? Part of the curses, man. Okay.
I had a scripture, it's the book of Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right. That word forever is basically eternity. Right?
I will ever, ever.
I will love you.
All right. And it says the saints shall take the kingdom. It's not gonna be like, oh, Esau's gonna come and transfer it to another person. Right?
I'll take it.
Esau is that kid, you know, with the toy.
Sore
He's not
loser,
trying
right?
to, yeah, sore loser, and he's not trying to give up his toy. With a toy that's not even his.
Yeah.
Class of controller.
Yeah, basically, he playing basketball. He take the basketball. Y'all don't want to be on the team, and then
He's gonna flatten the ball.
Knowing you sorry, knowing you can't play.
And a great indicator of that, once again, was when he knew he sold the birthright
Yeah, that was
to
it.
Jacob. But yeah, he went crying back to his daddy, talking about, well, you ain't got nothing for me, Dad.
Hey,
What about me,
Then
Pop?
he said what? I'm gonna kill him.
kill my brother. Jacob. He said after the day.
dad died.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my brother. And that's the mentality that Esau
They
passed
doing.
on from generation to generation. Kill
Same
Jake.
from Cain.
Kill Jake.
That's the spirit. I was gonna say that. You can even take it back to Cain and Abel.
Yep.
Because I gave a better sacrifice to you. You want to kill me?
Just do it. Just make it better. Just do it right. I'm a killer, so ain't no more blood
I'm gonna
sacrifice.
do what and he knew that he was giving an unrighteous sacrifice.
Yeah.
He knows this.
You know, because he's the oldest, bro. He knows.
He knows this. But what would he rather do? He'd rather do his own pleasure than the will of the Heavenly Father.
Because when you're the oldest, right, your father tells you everything.
Everything.
And back then, the law was everything was verbal.
Right.
So he knew.
Esau knew.
Cain
Esau knew too.
Esau
Esau knew
was
too.
verbal. So you just did some evil ass shit.
Exactly. How you think Abel understood what the fuck he had to do?
That's his younger brother.
He's just a crazy guy, man.
You know, he's a spoiled brat. His Lord gotta take him out.
Yeah.
The whole spirit. You got more on that?
Yeah.
No, you got it.
That guy's crazy.
Don, this is back in Psalm 75, verse 9. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the Most High, thy power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. So all that power Esau got, man, is gonna, you know, like the brother brought out, the saints shall take the kingdom, man. All that power Esau got is gonna come to us, man.
Hey, what does Scripture say? Because of unrighteous dealings.
He just got by the seat.
It's Ecclesiastes 10.
Translated from one verse to another.
What's that? 10? I think it's 10 and 8.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go real quick.
Because all these things, understand it, it's Esau history, man. He got these things from rape, robbery, murder, man. Shedding blood.
Going back to the Ark of Titus.
Yep.
Carrying all the things out of the temple. That was and it shows. You see him taking out the gold and silver.
Yep. It's like he told on himself. But
And
that's
then
that pride.
all of them did.
Yeah.
Going to the Babylonians, they came and took our gold.
Yep.
All right, our silver. And that's why it goes to Ecclesiastes 10. It was powers of transfer. By unrighteous decrees. Get it. Deceit.
This is what, 10 and, is it 10?
It's a rock.
10 and 8. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And, you know, if this doesn't tell you who the wicked is, then I don't know who the wicked is, bro. This is plain. How was America founded?
Taking it from
Rape, blood, and robbery.
Rape, blood, robbery, murdering, killing, stealing, you know. That's how this place was founded.
Yep.
You know that
Lies.
Esau blessing is a sword. You know, look what he did to who was it? The Oklahoma
talking about the Reubenites.
yeah, Reuben. Look what he did to Reuben with the Oklahoma tears. Made them walk. What was it?
Trouser tears.
The trouser tears. Look, how far they walked again?
From here to Oklahoma.
From here to Oklahoma. Come on, man. This is the wicked. This man is the wicked. This man is evil. This man cannot be trusted. And because all the shit that he did, mind you, the angels are watching. You know, they're reporting back to the Lord everything Esau did. Everything Esau done. Even the stuff that we don't know Esau doing, the angels reporting back to the Lord. You know, hey, the kingdom gonna be translated, you know? And the righteous people gonna rule. And they gonna rule forever.
I got a quick read. There's a Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12 that says, woe right, which we understand, woe goes to destruction. Death and destruction. To him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity, man. All right. That prime example is the so-called white man. All right. You know, look what he did to, you know, the nation of Gad and Reuben, man. They came here, and killed all of them, took the shit, you know, took the whole land. All about our blood, man. Okay, and by blood, you know, the Lord gonna get him back, man. All right, the death and destruction with the chariots and, you know, Luke, man.
I got the perfect precept back here, my brother. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. So this land is defiled.
Yep.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So Esau, your blood is required. You know? Yeah. For all the killing, the murdering, the raping, the stealing, everything that you've done, hey, your blood is required.
That's the only way for this land of America to be cleansed is by the so-called white man blood.
Yep. And it's gonna happen.
You gotta get spread all over.
Oh, that's that third part.
All over. Get ready for slavery, so.
Yeah.
I got something perfect like yellow.
Slavery's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be. It would be wrong to the nigga that did it.
Oh my God.
It's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
Negative and negative make a
Positive.
At a precept, it's the book of Isaiah 63 and 1. It says, why is this? It says, Salaki, who is? It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Basra being the capital of Edom's nation.
Yep.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in the righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat. Right, and this is pretty much Yahweh Shai, man, coming to bring destruction on Babylon, because Edom had his own place, right? What's it called? Petra? Right? But the new Edom, that was like the capital. But the new capital of Edom's country is America, man.
America. Yep. That's the power.
Okay? So let's talk about why is your garment red? You're like you've been treading the wine fat. That's to symbolize how much blood Yahweh Shai is going to be shedding on this place.
Because
man.
if you break down the power, where the power is at, they're done.
Right.
So America is their army. That's that's the power of the Edomite rulership.
Right.
So once the Most High destroy them, all the other Edomites gonna submit because they already know that they're done. And then the Lord gonna destroy their armies in the valley of Al-Shaphat.
Right. And what it says?
No defense.
The blood's gonna be to the horse's bridle.
Yeah.
Right, the horse's bridle, man. That's how much blood is going to be in. The only people making it out of Babylon is the elect.
Yeah.
Hey, if it tells you, you know, like just think about it. If it tells you that bodies are gonna be laying in the street like dung, you know, come on, man. That's how you know a lot of people gonna be dead, bro. Hey, when you walk over here, just in general, you see shit everywhere. So imagine bodies.
Like,
You have to walk over bodies.
Exactly. You're gonna have to whoa.
Imagine, and it said the blood went to the horse's bridle, man. You know how tall the horse is, bro?
Yeah.
Up to the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And that's just a symbolism.
Yeah.
And then going into the older days too, like when you before cars, you would have horses and carriages.
Yep.
And the horse is shit while he's
moving.
And if you don't, there'll be shit all over the road, bro.
That's how it's gonna be.
You're gonna be walking down the street and it's going, what the fuck?
The body.
That's gonna be the new norm, bro. Seeing just dead people on the floor.
That's why it's not. No one is gonna lament for you.
Right.
Nope.
It's gonna be regular. Everybody's gonna be. How you say this? Desensitized.
Desensitized.
Yeah, no more.
Continuing on, Isaiah 63 and verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury.
So he's trapping them. Now he's
Stepping all
stepping
over.
on grapes.
Yep. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments,
Yep.
and I will stain all my raiment.
This is Yahweh Shai.
Right, and
Who you
this-
call Jesus Christ?
Right, the one that says that's God, all love, all the time.
Yeah.
He's coming to kill,
They
man.
don't read 63.
Come on,
Bragging
man.
about it. He's bragging about how many bodies
Yeah.
he don't care.
They never
Ain't
read.
that what they do? They be bragging about how many niggas they take
They
out.
never read.
Kill so many niggas.
The church never read Isaiah. I'll never read
They
Isaiah
never,
63.
because it's contrary to their doctrine. You understand? You can't make your congregation give you money if they risk you know, if they have the idea that shit, they might die.
Yeah.
You can't do it. So this is verse 4, it says, "For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me."
And that goes back to the point where Yahushua being the only one
That's right.
capable of saving or redeeming
Yeah.
the elect.
Right. "And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and will make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth."
Wow. Can you get that word drug? And all this is what the Lord's indignation, man, the righteous anger, man. Okay, the Lord is wroth, okay, with the things that Esau doing upon this earth, man. Especially what he's doing to his people, and also to what he's doing to the land of Israel, man. Okay,
Touch the apple of his eye.
So
You
you
just
that
didn't
word-
touch on regular people. You didn't just touch Gooks or Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? You touched the children of the Most High.
the Lord's jewels, man.
The Lord Jewel, like the brother said. So the Lord got something that, you know, that's why World War III is gonna happen.
Right.
That's why the Lord made World War III, to judge you nations for what you have done unto the children of Israel.
Who haven't gone up for spoilers.
Joel the 3rd chapter. I shall plead for my people.
Yep. Judge. Destroy. You got it?
Yeah, the definition of tread.
Yeah.
The definition of tread: to tread down, reject, to trample down, to tread down, trample of warriors of rejection.
That's what the Lord gonna be doing in those times to come, man. He gonna be trampling. He gonna be treading these people down. Hey, and that's scary.
Yeah. Laser beam coming up.
Zoop. Yeah,
And then, you know what I'm saying? And you don't gotta, he could just have the laser beam. You don't gotta like keep on
Yeah.
zapping. You can just keep it on.
Yeah, that whole one shot. You ever saw that movie, The War of the World? It was just one straight beam.
Yeah, just
People running everywhere. All you saw was what? Dust and smoke.
Then you gonna have apparitions and
Yep.
everything else.
everything,
I
bro.
had
You
a
got it?
precept.
So you bring this out for you. You got that? Yeah. This is Luke 21:27. "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption is from God." They elect like, hey, oh, I want to my side.
Yeah.
But,
We want this to happen.
Yeah.
Cause we know that the kingdom of heaven is near. We know salvation is near. We want all hell break loose.
Right.
We want people to die.
Yes.
All right?
You can't say that. Why do you want people to die?
Because you're not serving all about your Shai.
You're not right.
You're not right. You wicked.
That's
You
right.
continue to keep on pushing forth wickedness.
Yup.
So we hate, just as David, we hate them that hate thee, Lord.
Yup.
You hate them with a perfect hatred.
It's only righteousness.
It's righteousness. We want wickedness to be put off. So
Yep.
them niggas gotta die.
Yep.
All right? Sluts gotta die. Whores gotta die. Bati boys gotta die. The wicked, the heathens, all gotta be put to death.
That's right.
Here in Babylon the Great.
And it's talking about that cloud, man. That's talking about them so-called UFOs, what Esau's called what? UAPs, unidentified
Area phenomenon.
exactly, man. Those talking about, those chariots, man. Which those are our vehicle of salvation.
Yeah.
And he knows what they are. He
Yeah,
wants
trying
to
to
say
say
unidentified,
aliens
but
and
he
shit.
knows.
He knows what they are.
Talking about aliens and all this.
It's a curse to him, though.
Right.
What does it say?
That's his curse.
Out of precept. It's the book of Isaiah 13:1, starting at verse 1. "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon a high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the north. I have commanded my sanctified ones, and I have called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the battle, the host of the battle." Selachia, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of the earth, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as a destruction of the Almighty. This is what the Lord is introducing to the world, man. This is why you see all these different nations coming together, all right, preparing themselves for war, because ultimately the Lord wants to destroy Esau's kingdom, okay? Starting with Babylon.
Yep.
And one of his weapons is against nations, talking about the nukes, man. All right, the Lord said He created a smith, man. The smith, the scientists to create these nukes, man. That's why, you know, they making all these type of missiles, man, to destroy this place.
Yeah, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, the nukes, are not there for show. All right, they're there so the Lord, all right, to blow down Babylon. That's why I say everyone that been the boat, shoot at her.
Right.
So everyone that got nuclear capability are going to shoot at America. That's what you get for scoffing. All right?
Yeah.
You
Hey, the
know?
Lord, he is the center of thoughts.
That's why her ankle messed up.
Yeah, I got some.
This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All the proud, yeah, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
So the Lord's going to bring back fire that's going to burn like an oven. And was able to do that? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles and the chariot, all right? The concentration heat from the mouth of the chariot.
It's not gonna slowly warm up.
Nah.
You know, the oven, you
Nah.
gotta preheat. That shit take
Hey,
20 minutes to get to 300 degrees.
As soon as that
No.
nuke hit,
Super. That shit gonna go from
zero, whatever degree it is on Earth, to
5,000. I think that shit gonna go like 5,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Super hot fire, man.
Bird,
Hey,
yeah,
when you read,
Yeah, hold on, 1 second. You got more?
but go ahead. If you got something.
This is 2nd Esdras 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Yep.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Those part of the plans, some nukes, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And also too, got it.
Them IC. Them ICBMs, man. Hey.
hey, yeah, I was
When
on
they-
that.
It's millions, bro. I think it's millions, right? Or billions.
Sun, right? This is from National Institute of Health. It says
The more negative it is, the more
during the period of peak energy output, a 1 megaton nuclear weapon can produce temperatures of about 100 million
Yeah, it's
degrees
millions.
Celsius
Now you
at
can.
its center. I don't know.
So now you understand why when we look down, it's going to look like a lake of fire.
Right.
That's 200 million nuclear warheads.
That's a 1 megaton.
200
missile.
And that's just off of one.
That's just off of one.
One.
Bro.
Brothers ever encountered
And the
fire?
Lord said He gonna keep your spirit
nah,
in your
I've
body,
seen it.
bro.
You've seen it
Come
before,
on,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Hey, and I wanted to speak on the laser beams coming out that chariot. This is the book of 2nd Esdras 13:10. This is Esdras saying, "But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, man."
Talking about UFOs, man.
When I had the dream that I had when I seen the fathership, purple. I think purple is the hottest fire,
Yeah.
and that's what it was shooting. Purple beams. Bam. Even the chariots were shooting. Like the chariot shot a helicopter with a thing. The helicopter blew up in the sky just off of contact.
Yeah. And you think it's going to be like a gentle? No, it's going to be with ferocity.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
It's going to come out with vehemency, man. It's going to come out quick and fierce, man.
Even Leviathan was shooting purple fire.
Hey, it's going to be to the point to where nothing, the moment you get hit with a laser beam from the chariot,
Disintegrate.
it's smoke and dust, man. Ain't nothing going to be left.
I don't even think it's gonna be smoking dust, bro. This is gonna be
Disintegrate.
Nothing left.
nothing gonna be left.
After
The
like
fire
fire,
still produce actually.
Hey, that lion's den that Daniel was in ain't going to be compared to this heat that the Lord finna bring, man.
What? Barbecue chicken.
I got burnt by the iron the other day. Let me tell you, it's the worst pain. Look how small it is.
I got burnt.
And that was the worst pain ever, let alone a missile and then the lasers. Hey, good luck out there.
My hand got burnt by a generator when I was at work, and I was like, oh man. Like I had to get the thing, the little thing to cool down my hand because my hand was burning. And I was like, bro, if this could do this much of damage to me, imagine a nuke, bro.
you got it,
That's why I say a day as a hot oven, bro.
Kyle, you got it?
Oh yeah, this is back at Malachi 4 and verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in the wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread.
and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet.
That's right.
In the day that I shall do this, saith the Most High thy power.
All right, the Lord gonna do a whole lot of destruction and death and a lot of burning up towards our enemies, man. Especially Esau, man. He's looking at what they done unto us, man. That's why the Lord about to bring us to Yahushua, Joseph at the Middle East, man. So that's why he's ushering, drying up the Euphrates River, so that he could just have one big overkill, man. Big combo.
Second Peter's 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of water and in the water, whereby the world that was that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth which are now by the same word are kept and stored and reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and the perdition of ungodly men.
And remember back then, hey, read the story of Noah, man. What, Genesis chapter 6, all right, and continuing, all right, the earth was destroyed by water, man. Water from above and water from below, man, from the abyss and all these places, man. Okay? That's how the world was destroyed back then. The Lord only said 8 souls back then. Okay? Noah and his household, man. Also to certain beasts, man. Okay, and in times to come, it's not going to be destroyed by water no more, man. That's why the Lord has that token, man. That covenant with the rainbow, man. Telling us that he's not going to flood the earth no more. But in fact, he's going to destroy with fire, man.
That's right.
Okay? You got it?
I got a quick before that one. That's the book. Oh,
yeah,
more?
Stay more, but
Go ahead.
okay. 8, but beloved, be not ignorant. This one thing, that one day is with the Lord 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as one day.
Yep.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffered to usward, not willing that any should perish, but all should come into repentance. That's the elect.
The elect.
All right.
The Lord going to save the elect on this.
That's why he said, he told the angels to hold the winds.
Yeah, the destruction.
All right, it's really for the elect. Once the elect is sealed, once the elect is sealed, then all hell gonna break loose. Yep. But 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Your conduct, man. Always watching. Scripture say watch, watch, pray and be sober, man, through the Spirit, man. You gotta constantly be on watch. Hey, what we are, prophets, also called watchmen.
You're supposed to be doing the will of Heavenly Father, just as Noah. Noah building an ark and having faith, we have to be doing the same thing, building our spiritual ark.
That's right.
So we can withstand the fire.
That's right.
You got some more on that now?
A little bit more. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall dissolve, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So the elements, what you see now, all right, the concrete, the cars, are these buildings, even people are made out of elements, are going to burn. All right. Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
And back then, remember back then how you used to fight? Cling,
What's
cling.
up?
It's all. It's up.
You seen blood being splattered, you seen guts, intestines and skulls and heads, eyeballs, hands being cut off, limbs.
You don't see that no more.
It's the wicked. You don't fight you can't fight hand to hand combat.
That's weak as shit.
Hey, another thing too, when you fight like that, that takes a while.
Yep, takes skill.
Right. So what did you say about Babylon being destroyed? How long will it take? A lunch, 1 hour, right?
1 hour.
That's a lunch break.
So what is gonna get rid of the bullshit within that hour? Thermonuclear destruction, man.
Yep.
Fuck the bullshit. The Lord's tired of playing with you damn devils, man.
The scriptures say in the last days, many shall run to and fro.
Right.
In technology, us and knowledge shall increase. That's talking about, first and foremost, this truth, the knowledge of this truth increasing.
Right.
But knowledge on every level is increased. Technology has made everything faster.
Yep.
And that also goes for people putting to death.
Yep.
That's why niggas don't want to fight no more.
Yep.
They just rather pick up a gun. It's fast. More, and that's the most
You outta
in
here.
that spirit. You taking people out.
Yep.
It's quick.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you're not lying. Cause Jake, they don't even. People used to try to stab people and all that stuff. They're like, man, I don't even gotta do that. Just walk up, just shoot him, and just walk away.
Right.
Quick and easy.
Yeah, good idea.
Come. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 21. Oh, that's what you want, right? Or 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as if were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
We talking about destruction, but hey, also through salvation, right? Okay, the Lord's gonna save his people with those chariots. Right? He gonna beam up the elect in 1/3. Right? Okay, within all that about to come and play out, man. Right? Okay.
Verse 21, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Right.
Judgment.
The book of Revelation 7:1, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
No nukes.
All right, the Lord is gonna be like, all right, I gotta grab the elect first before I let all hell break loose.
Yep.
Okay, the Lord is not gonna let not one member of the elect or 1/3 get hit by or feel any fire from these nukes, man. Okay, these nukes are predestined for those that are wicked, even to the 2/3, man.
I got it.
When you think about it, when it says the winds, what can impact something so bad that, winds like that is going to be happening?
Yep.
It can't be nothing but an intercontinental ballistic missile.
Right. I remember it was that one place, it was like overseas that got hit with that, it was a bomb where they tried to say it was a fireworks factory, some shit that blew
That
up.
was in Turkey. It was a fertilizer plant.
It was Lebanon.
Lebanon, right?
That was the 20. That's when everybody said they thought we was going to World War III, right?
Right.
I think that was 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
At the beginning of
Yeah.
the pandemic.
And man, and you rather seen the video, that wind up itself was powerful, man.
Hey, and that was caused by fertilizer. That was caused by dirt and animal poop. So imagine,
I knew. Yeah.
I got something.
You got it.
Job 5, going into the Lord, going to keep the elect. And 19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
Yeah, right.
6 trouble is what? Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, and 7. All right, 7 is what? When the nukes. All right.
Final judgment.
Yeah, final judgment. There shall no evil touch thee. No evil is going to touch the elect. The elect is going to enter in the chambers, right? And be, and be hid for a little while. Until the indignation of the Lord pass. All right. Looking, and the elect will see the judgment of Babylon the Great. Looking now, the sea of glass. All right, so the Lord, the elect is going to see the judgment and the destruction of Babylon the Great, America.
It's the Revelations chapter 15, starting at verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues.
By the nukes.
Talking about the thermonuclear destruction.
Yep.
For in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High God, Yahweh.
That's the Lord showing his anger in physical form. Physical form, man. Okay.
Yeah, you had to be a wicked place to get 200 million nuclear warhead.
That ranges, one missile ranges at 100 to 100 million degrees.
America was that wicked
That's
place.
wicked.
Yeah. What it say? To make the land totally
Desolate.
desolate. So nobody can.
No one
build it
can
back
dwell
up
here.
again.
Overpass Sodom and Gomorrah.
Overpass Sodom and Gomorrah.
I got something.
You overpass the.
I mean, but come on, let's be real. Look at what's going on.
Yeah.
This shit did overpass Sodom and Gomorrah.
But this
This is worse.
Everything.
Them niggas say you can change your sex, bro.
Shit
You
is
can be what
worse.
you want to be.
Children.
Do what you want to do.
Live and do as I will. Revelations 15:2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High God.
Singing the song of Moses and the song of the Lamb. Give all praise to Yahweh Shai for delivering us, the elect. Lord willing, part of that number.
I remember way back then, like a couple years ago, I had a dream too. I had a dream, you know, and in a dream, you know, I was in the air and I see brothers, you know, I see as the elect in the air, and we just watching the whole earth burn. Right? Yeah. That was spiritual. I remember that reminded me of Revelation 15, the sea of glass. Man. Okay, we in a circle watching everything burn beneath.
We're being an ozone, you know, in heaven.
Exactly, that's what it was.
Ozone layer.
Yeah, that's what we fight for, and that's what we're going for, man. We're not trying to take part of this nuclear fire, man.
Yeah, we don't care for your world. We don't want your world to keep existing. All right, so the elect don't want no part of the mark. All right, the worship of your image in the beast. We don't give a fuck about that, man.
If you get hit by them nukes, you know, it's showing you that, hey, the Lord was really mad at you, man. The Lord was really mad at you. He was not pleased of your ways, man. You should be ashamed. That makes sense. Right? Exactly. That makes sense why they will come. We're talking about Israel. All right, gonna come back in the kingdom of shame.
And I had a precept to back up what you saw. It says in Psalms 91:8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
That's right.
So the Lord is going to allow us to see this place getting burnt up, man. Let's back up the brother in the dream that he had with us standing in the firmament in that circle, looking at Babylon burn, man. Yeah, that's one of the great joys that we're going to have, man. What is that? Happy is he that sees the destruction of his enemies.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
that's
a glorious thing, man.
This guy oppressed us, man, destroyed us. To see him be taken down, we're going to rejoice. It's a relief.
It's like, you know, that's how you know the Lord want us to see it, because even for the brothers that died, they'll take a trouble, he's going to raise them up to see it.
And even too,
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
So they're more rulership. They're going to be on the bottom.
Yep.
Our Lord's going to destroy the beasts. Ain't no whore, man.
Right.
All right? NATO, EU, all y'all going to be brought down, man.
Yep.
All right? You're not going to win. You're not going to be the phoenix. Not the phoenix. It is the phoenix. Rise out of the ashes. No. All right? You're going to rise in slavery.
You're going to rise out of the pit with a chain on your neck.
Chain on your neck. That's what you're going to come out of.
And might I say, that's when the fun going to begin.
That's foolish,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's foolish. We saw it in the heathens are trying to fight, you know, the creator.
They have no understanding who the power is really is.
They will soon.
They will soon.
Out of the heathen rage and imagine the vain
Vain
things.
Vain. Motherfuckers. We're gonna make our own sun. We're gonna destroy the sun and make that's vain imagination.
Yep.
Fucking Moab, you gonna get beat too, man. You fucking gooks, cause y'all got a problem, dog. Y'all proud as fuck too. You just drunk Babylon juice and you believe that you basically Moab think they got next, man.
Yep. Now they do think they got next. This is why they're aligning each other with other nations to overcome Babylon.
And that's why the Lord said the Lord gonna judge. Second Ezra, the Lord gonna judge you because you want to be a fucking Edomite so bad.
Yep. Hey, newsflash, Esau, your space force is not gonna win. You're not gonna be able to wage against the Heavenly Father. You ain't gonna be able to compete with Michael.
You already said it. You said that their technology is 1,000 years ahead of y'all. And it makes sense because the Lord is 1,000 to the Most High, to one to the man.
Yep.
So you know that. You know the chariots go over your silos and turn on the nukes, and right by the time by the launch they shut it off. You should it should be in your mind that you have no might. You can't control it. You can't shoot a chariot down. But the Lord put a spirit upon you.
He tried though.
But I'm saying he tried, but he can't.
Yeah.
On his pride.
Hey, the scriptures already tell you the victory is already written, man. So
I
it's
guess-
like they really just, the Lord just wants a little fight.
Yeah.
So
Any
movie,
more
y'all?
stuff? Yeah, bring it out.
Back in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9.
Usually you could go higher than that. He is. Yeah, that little thing on the left could make it
this
go
right
higher. Yeah, let's call it one.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Showing that that's a man. It's going back to that old serpent.
Yep.
All right, that mean that old serpent, like that old serpent now transformed to a dragon.
Yep.
He like Pokemon.
Yeah,
He evolved.
he evolved.
No, he went from Charmander
Yeah.
to Charizard.
Was deceiving the whole world.
He deceived the whole world.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
The angels cast down with him, so he gonna be brought down too.
No more power for Esau.
No more power for Esau. This is your last hoorah.
Pass the controller, nigga.
This is a beautiful story that
beautiful.
has written, man. All right? And why the hell we get to partake in this movie.
And call for your children.
That's right. Hey, I like to bring
Oh,
this
you can bring it
reference a lot. Time to 2 Corinthians 13, where angels are like, blessed are they that left behind, man. Those are able to see and go through Jacob's trouble all the way to the coming of Yahweh, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great movie to see. And also too, all the miracles you probably don't went through, being saved, the Lord protect you and this and that. And you see the outside crap and clouds, that would be beautiful.
All right, the water about you outside for giving us an insider too.
Why do y'all about you outside?
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 14. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man.
Yahweh Shai come on the fathership.
Yep. Having his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle.
Yep.
And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come.
Yeah, the harvest is ripe. Now it's time of judgment.
Yep.
Go ahead.
For the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Yep.
And he that sat on the cloud thrust in the sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped.
Yep. Judgment. Death here, death there.
Yep.
10,000 here, 15,000 there. All right.
Yeah, how especially Yahweh, how you gonna know this harvest is right? Yahweh will give him the green light.
Yep.
You're waiting. Remember that video?
Yep.
Green light. Yahweh will give him the green light. All right, time to go ahead.
As soon as he get the green light, boom.
Hey, it's like Yahweh shot like this.
Yeah, he paced it back
He
and
probably
forth.
going like this, walking back and forth.
Pace.
They're just waiting. I gotta save my brothers, man.
Oh, bring it.
I gotta save my brothers.
Hey, but the beautiful thing about this is that for our shame, the Lord is going to give us fame, man.
Yep. And it already started.
Yep.
By this word. By this word.
Yeah, exactly. Before even
Getting fame now. Everybody know who the Israelites is.
Yep.
All right,
Everybody, like you said, everybody know who the Israelites are. It's just once the Most High made it be known that the apostles and others are great millstone.
Right.
The brothers of Jimmy were like the real prophets of Israel.
Then
the fame really going to
come. Now we know we Israelites. Now you're gonna know who are the elect out of Israel.
That's how you know who are my elect.
Yeah.
Who are my chosen?
Who am I chosen? Anybody else got any precepts?
I got some.
Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and 36. I'm starting 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass,
Lord willing.
and to stand before the Son of Man.
That's right.
And I like the word it says snare. It don't come like a snare to those because why they wasn't watching. It
It's a
wasn't
deep in the night.
Exactly. They wasn't attained to
Ten virgins.
to ways of Yahweh. But those who's watching, they see what's going on, man. People
Yeah.
say measure God at the time diligently.
Yes. Because the elect is not gonna be blinded. You know what I'm saying? Or get caught up. Because wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. All right, so we gonna be able. Oh shit, dollar crash. We already know this is gonna happen. They pushing the chip. We already know that's gonna happen. Them shutting down the cities. We already know that it's gonna happen because of the scripture.
Faith gonna be going up.
Because you like everything come to pass.
Right. So what's next?
Spiritual pause.
Yeah, that,
And then
and then
deliver.
while everybody else losing faith.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what's, so after everything, like, damn, what's next?
Yeah.
We're going to be like, all right, we know
We-
what's
we-
next.
hey,
That nigga
let's
like,
go.
all right, what's next?
Let's go. It's gonna be like a new. Let's go. I want to get to the next level. Let's go.
And for those of you who have taken your hand off the plow,
Oh yes, judgment.
Hey, what more can build up your faith than the Lord having you prophesy something and actually seeing it happen
pass.
before you? You know?
Every time I hear something about the chip, it gives you energy. Like yes, because I know that's a major prophecy. And once that come to pass, we go home.
That's, bro, that's
That chip, bro.
I mean, bro, years we've been prophesying the shit, man.
that's a faith.
You're not seeing it. You're seeing the platform. You're seeing the, the structure.
Even to like another one, like the drying of the Euphrates. That's another physical thing that we see. You know, we move off of faith, but also seeing these things boosts our faith. Because we saying these things through the spirit and through the understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Yahweh Shema Shai revealed these prophecies unto us, man. And I'll be here out to proclaim it, being the messengers and the watchmen, and we see these things playing out, it's boosting us, man.
We measuring times by prophecy, and the way we see prophecy and so in tune, hey, we know that we're going home soon, man.
All right, because the scriptures ultimately is a measuring stick. Yep. Measuring stick, you know, having that, you know how to timeline. See how the scriptures. Yeah, right now we at the end of the timeline, man. But you know, all these certain things must happen, you know, according to the way it has it, the way the Lord has it to, man. All right, the World War III is not gonna pop off, you know, until the shit comes. We gotta take a trouble. All right, the men of the Lord gotta get persecuted. Okay, you know, a lot of people have to die. More of famine, more death and destruction, more pestilence. You know, all these things, you know, are on a timeline, man. Yep. And they happen in the order, man. Okay, you know how World War III and the chip never came out. Okay, that's why, you know, we see these things about World War III, you know, we get, you know, happy through the spirit, but we understand, hey, you know, the chip gotta come through first.
Yep.
Okay? Now all this kingdom gotta come.
That's measuring the time.
Diligence.
Exactly. So,
So.
but if you don't believe, so like, if you don't believe that the MOTB is the charagma, you can't do that.
Right?
Because if you believe it's sin, niggas been sinning. Niggas gonna be sinning until we get out of here. So there's no checkpoint or benchmark for you to measure the time.
right? Where's the hope? Because that's what we're looking for.
Right? If you're not looking for it, you're not looking for nothing.
Yeah, you ain't got no hope. You just living your life.
That's why they move like that. That's why those other cats move like that.
Building
This
schools
is their
and
kingdom.
shit.
This is their kingdom here. Their kingdom is here. This is their kingdom.
Go ahead, brother. This is Matthew chapter 13, just to back up what you brothers were saying earlier. Matthew 13 and 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, Why thou speakest unto them in parables? He answered and said, Because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever he not, for him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
Y'all, the Lord didn't want everybody to understand.
Only the elect have attained it.
And the rest were blinded. Yep.
All right, well, what Amos says he revealed it.
To
Okay?
secrets of the
Meaning that
prophets.
it's a secret unto certain people, man.
Yeah.
Okay? You got it.
Verse 13. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because thy seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Elias, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, least at the any time they shall see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and shall be converted, I shall heal them. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, there are many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye have not seen them.
Call on him like how about you outside? Be able to see the end of this world. Seeing prophecy come to pass. In our lifetime, we was hoping that it came and passed those times.
Yep.
But it's coming to pass now in this time, because this is our last captivity. All right? Go ahead, brother.
It says, which many men have desired to see those things which ye see and have not heard, and seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and not heard them.
So many people desire to see these things that we've seen and hear these things. The prophets before us, they desire to see these things and hear these things, but they haven't heard them.
Yep. Hey, and that's what makes this truth valuable, because not everybody has access to it. All right? Only the ones that are chosen from outside can understand this truth. And that's what that truth has treasure.
It's beautiful because it's basically like a safety deposit box, man. Not everybody can get into it. You only got to have access to get into it. So the Heavenly Father have to give you access to get into this, man. You know, not everybody gonna have a key to get into your house. Not everybody gonna have the key, the password to your phone to get in, man.
All right.
That's it? And with that being said, we just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash.
double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth and truth, sincerity, and shalom to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Above, above.
Above, above.
Shalom.
Shalom.